Hey guys, it's Fee. So, I went MIA for a while, and now I need to do a VlogTober clump. I believe I am like over a week behind, so I think it's day 12 through today, day 21, to try and cram all into one video and not take up an hour of your life. So here we go. Let's see if I can do this. Alright, so, what I missed. Day 12 was about superstitions and black cats. I am not really superstitious, but you won't catch me walking under a ladder just because, I don't know, it doesn't seem safe to me. But everything else, I'm really not superstitious. Out of force of habit, a lot of times I'll say something and I'll say knock on wood, and when there's not wood around, I'll like knock on my own head. I think that's something I picked up from my family. My grandmother and my aunt, my father used to say that a lot. So, it's kind of hard to stop saying when you've heard it all of your life. But really, I'm not superstitious. Black cats definitely do not bother me because I have a cat clan, as some of you know. And my kitty clan originally started with all cats that were either black or black and white. And the first two I got were from the same litter, and they were black and white, but they were mostly black. They were tuxedo print kitties. And that kind of started it all, because every time someone saw a black cat or a black and white cat or a cow print kitty that needed a home, they'd call up me or my husband saying that it matched the rest of our cats. So that's kind of how I ended up with the problem I have now. But currently, I kind of have a mixture of all different cats, color-wise. But my youngest and my oldest are both solid black. My oldest, she is 13, and her name is Athena. She's kind of camera shy. I did try and get her on video, and it didn't quite work out. She kept running from me. But my youngest is Magic with a K, and she is 6 months old. And she is the tiniest kitty I have too, not just because of her age. I can tell she's just going to be a tiny cat. She has a little bitty tiny head with the big round Disney eyes. She's absolutely adorable. I did cut a video of her, so I'm going to attach that in a moment. But obviously, I have no problem with black cats. I actually love my black cats. So here's the video of Magic. Enjoy. Magic. Baby girl. You gonna say hello? You gonna say hello? Look at how cute she is. Oh my gosh, look at her little face. How could anybody not like black kitties? Tell them, Magic. See, aren't they cute? Yawn. Okay, day 13 is fall decorations. Do you decorate? And if you do, show us. Well, normally I decorate for Halloween, but just like VlogTober, I have slacked off. I have. I don't have a whole lot of decorations I normally put out. Most of mine are on my windows. Some light up stuff, some just door decorators, that kind of stuff. But what I do have up right now is an awesome Halloween wreath that I love, that I got last year. I think I got it last year. And I also recently purchased I guess I would call it a table doily, but it's kind of larger than your average doily, and it's not made of lace. It's got pumpkins on it and whatnot. So I took a video of that, and I'm going to attach that right now. So here's my little overgrown table doily. Pumpkins. And it's like, the pumpkins are like felt. And this is see-through, see, but I've got an extra little orange guy under here, just because I think it looks cool. Gives it a little bit more durability too. And here is my Halloween wreath. I took it off the door because it's dark outside. And when I tried to film it on the door, you couldn't see a thing. But this is my little Halloween wreath with the candy corns and the black and orange. And I just think it's adorable. These two are on my windows. Pardon my little kitty cat checking them out. But These are actually my favorites. It's hard to tell, but I'm going to zoom in here. They're made of this like plasticky material, goofy texture. I'm not quite sure what you call that, but these were my grandmother's. And she got them at the dime store. And I'm going to call it the dime store because that's what she always called it. And I remember walking to the dime store with her when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I'm not old enough for things to have cost a dime, but it was certainly cheaper than it would have been today. And I also have these out. I almost forgot about these. Look at this. Scaredy kitty. Cats with witches' hats on them. They're my little kitchen gloves. But then look at this. Look at this towel. I don't know if I'll actually allow this towel to be used or if it's just for show, but look at their little ears. They're 3D. I think that is adorable. Day 14. Day 14 is Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. So I'm going to say Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Belated. I'm not in Canada, so I believe the question was then, what are your favorite fall foods? So, fall-wise, I know I have mentioned this before. I absolutely love apple cider donuts. Love them, love them, love them. But if we're talking like Thanksgiving foods, the kind of foods you'd get on Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving dinner, there was a long time I didn't like these, but my husband is an addict for them, and I tried them a few times. I'm like, wow, these are pretty good. I actually really like yams, which are also known as sweet potatoes. Not entirely positive of the difference there, but the way he likes them is it's absolutely horrible for you, but it's so good. All the stuff that's bad for you tastes the best, of course. It's yams just drowned in butter and brown sugar with marshmallows on the top, and you stick them in the oven until the marshmallows are like crispy, and oh my gosh, it's really, really, really good. And I'm sure it's a zillion calories a spoonful, but what can I tell you? Enjoy those. I prefer ham, like honey baked ham. I don't know if that is a national thing or if that's just in the Chicago area where I am. And actually, it's not quite as common as it used to be. That brand used to be like a household name, and I don't see it as very often anymore. But I know you can get that type of stuff at the grocery store. It's like a honey baked spiral ham. I really enjoy that. I'm not big on turkey, unless I can get the drumstick in whole before someone either steals it or like butchers it into pieces. I like the whole drumstick. Then I'll take the drumstick. Otherwise, I like ham. What else? What else? Pumpkin anything. We've covered this already. Fee loves pumpkin. Pumpkin anything. Literally soup, bread, muffins. I am like an equal opportunity pumpkin lover. Anything you can think of. Which actually reminds me. One of my favorite fall foods is pumpkin scones. I used to be able to get them at Starbucks. They were the best. They were huge, too. They were these really big scones, not the little bitty ones. They were oversized scones. They were pumpkin, and they had a slight frosting on the top. Not much, just like a glaze. Oh, they were so good. But you know what? Starbucks stopped making them this year because they redid their whole bakery section. So I'm going to need to find a scone recipe. And that is the one thing I have never made. I have never made homemade scones, and I would love to try it because I need to get my pumpkin scone on. So if any of you have like a really good recipe out there, let me know. Actually, ooh, kitty. Sorry, this happens a lot. This happens a lot with my videos. Actually, I know a lot of you have been doing Croctober and Pintober. I think it's Jana cooks for my kids. She's been doing a lot of pumpkin recipes. So if you watch this, I'm calling you out. Do you have a pumpkin scone recipe? I would love one. Oh, here. Day 15. Pumpkin spice latte or not? Well, do I really have to answer this? I think you guys know the answer already. Of course, of course, but I only allow myself one or two because they're so rich and they're so full of calories. But oh, I absolutely love them. Love them, love them. The first time I got one this season, I commemorated it by putting this picture on my Facebook. Check it out. Yeah, I know. I'm crazy, but hey, I love my pumpkin and I'm not afraid to show it. I actually did find another pumpkin type coffee drink. It's Dunkin' Donuts, and I believe it's new this year because I've never seen it before. It is pumpkin mocha coffee. Now, I love mocha and I love pumpkin, so I figured, hey, why not? Bring them together. This has got to be good. And it was really good, actually, but it is super, super rich. So I probably won't have another one. Probably just, my one-time treat. So I hope they bring it back next year so that I can have my one cup treat of pumpkin mocha every year because it was awesome. And I do have to say, I got it through the drive-thru, and when I got it, I was like, well, if I'm going to have a pumpkin coffee for my morning treat, I'm going to get a pumpkin donut and just go all out. So I'm in the drive-thru, and you can't see the donuts, obviously. So I asked them, what kind of donuts do you have? And they list them off. So I just kind of picked one out of the sky, whatever sounded good. And they had something called a pumpkin pie donut. So I went for that, and oh my God. If any of you guys like pumpkin as much as I do, you've got to try one of these things at Dunkin' Donuts. It was like a custard Bismarck, only instead of custard inside, it was like pumpkin-y whipped goodness. It was amazing. Okay, day 16. What are your favorite fall drinks, like hot drinks? Well, I just kind of covered a lot of that with the previous answer. But I should probably mention I also get a ton of pumpkin K-Cups to enhance my pumpkin drinking season at home. And then my birthday was just a few days ago, and some of the people that I work with gave me K-Cups, pumpkin K-Cups, for my birthday. So I'm thinking I might be good on the pumpkin K-Cups till like March, which is a good thing because this is the only time of year you can get them. But yeah, I have like numerous kinds. Let's see. I have Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin K-Cups. And I have Green Mountain pumpkin K-Cups. These are the best, by the way. And recently, Target came out with their own. Their brand is called Archer Farms. And they came out with a pumpkin spice. I don't have the box anymore. That's what the K-Cup looks like. The box looks pretty similar to that. For a Target brand, you know what? This is pretty good. So I've got like a variety of pumpkin. Plus pumpkin coffee syrup. I as you can tell, I've used very little of this. The syrup. This is yeah, it's sugar free, but it still tastes really sweet to me. So I don't use it very often, but it's still yummy. It's still yummy. What else? What else? Oh, okay. Other than pumpkin-y stuff, we'll get off the pumpkin stuff temporarily. I do drink tea, but a lot of times that doesn't kind of hit full force till winter when I just need to warm up my whole body from the inside out because I get so cold. Normally it's Earl Grey, but I just recently learned of, I think it's sugar cookie tea. Chelsea mentioned it in her vlog. Oh my God, I got to get me some of that. That sounds amazing. Other than that, my husband is a hot chocolate monster. He loves hot chocolate. And the problem with this is, of course, he says, I make the hot chocolate better than he does. So he cons me into making it. I don't know if that's really true or if he just doesn't want to make it himself. But, so when you're making hot chocolate for somebody else, it's kind of hard not to partake it in yourself because it just smells so dang good. But, a couple years ago, I came across some hot chocolate that I could use for myself that isn't like 9 bazillion calories for half a cup, like most hot chocolates are. There's just one problem. It's not available in the United States. Someone brought it back for me from England, and I got addicted to the stuff. And when I ran out, I started ordering it online, and thankfully it doesn't cost that much to ship, but it's a big pain in the butt. It aggravates me that I can't get it here. But this is what originally was brought back for me. That Callie's brand, and 1 cup is 40 calories. Now that's of course if you use water. I try to use 2%, or sometimes I use fat-free milk. Just gives it a little bit of extra richness to it. And this stuff is just awesome. Then I found that there's more than one brand of this, because when this was the last one I had, there's very little left in this, by the way. And I went looking for it online, and I couldn't find this brand anymore. So then recently I found another brand. It's the same concept. Again, you can't get it in the United States. Options. And this stuff is 61 calories a cup, so it's a little bit more. But this stuff tastes amazing. It comes in like 15 different flavors. And of course, the flavors I like are the hardest ones for even the UK seller that I buy them from to find. So, if any of you out there in another country, like, oh, I don't know, Canada, calling out Vonnie, let me know if this stuff is available in Canada too. That would be good information. Maybe I wouldn't have to ship it from the UK. I'm sure shipping it from a Canadian seller might not cost me as much. But get this. This is one of my favorites. Banana. Go Bananas, it's called. It's banana hot chocolate. Oh my God, you should smell this stuff when it's being made. It is so good. If you like chocolate-covered bananas, oh my gosh. Okay, and then my other favorite is Caribbean coconut. Coconut hot chocolate. It's amazing. And these little packets, for whatever reason, the little packets, it's the same company. Options. But they're 39 calories. See that on the bottom there? Where, when you make it out of here, it's 61. I don't know. Maybe they just give you a little bit less. The other one that comes in the packet is Jazzy Ginger. Ginger hot chocolate. I can't even describe this, but it tastes so good. It doesn't taste like hot cocoa you'd get from anywhere around here. It tastes like ethnic hot chocolate. I can't even describe it. It's really, really good. So, day 17. Time to snuggle up. How do you snuggle and keep warm? I'm missing a fireplace in my house. I've contemplated getting one of those fake plug-in ones. You know what? Desperate times call for desperate measures. I would probably sleep in front of that thing. I love fireplaces, but I don't have one, so I can't use that. But what I do have is lots of blankets. I use lots of fleece blankets, kind of like this one. This is my husband's. Hence the Vikings. I have a Cubs one that you can see a little bit of right there. I can't pull it out because I have a cat laying on top of it at the moment. Crocheted blankets. As you can tell, I leave them on the tops of chairs and couches. And I have my big, furry, comfy sweaters like this one. That's how I keep warm. Or I just snuggle with my husband. That works too, right? All right. Day 18. I'm getting close here. I'm catching up. Fall essentials. You can only pick one fall essential. What is it? You know what? I'm not sure I can do that. I get cold way too easy. Now, let me show you something. Here, check this out. So check it out. I think I mentioned this box in the scarves and socks video. Yeah, this is my box of fall essentials, or maybe we'll call it fall accessories, but all of it's essential to Fee. It's filled with stuff like this. Isn't this cute? This is another one of my favorite scarves. Focus. There we go. Because it has this really soft super soft yarn. But yeah, this box, look, it's overflowing. I didn't even have to open it. It like jumped open by itself. It's filled with like scarves upon scarves. There's some gloves stuck in here somewhere too. I know there is. Scarves, headbands, really, really big Cubs mittens. And you know, here's the headband that goes with the gloves. Oh, look at that, look at that. Does anybody recognize that? That's a Twilight scarf. See it? I'm an addict. That's all right. There, I just dug some more out of the bottom of the box. This all did come out of the box, but look, look. I have lime green gloves and UGG gloves. And I think these are isotoner gloves. And these are those big, huge, long gloves that are supposed to like go all the way up, halfway up your arm, and they're like ruffled. And then there's the glove part. Yeah, and there's a cute little kitty. Yeah, I have a serious problem with scarves and gloves, and there's not too many earmuffs in there. I used to have a lot of earmuffs. And socks. I'll show you that in a second. Yeah, I can't pick. Don't make me do this. I just pulled all of these furry socks and slippers out of my winter storage. That's like only half of them. I have more. I think I showed you guys those two up there. But yeah, it's ridiculous. I need all kinds of soft wintry goodness, and yeah, the reason why they're on top of my dresser not put away is because I haven't had time to. So I thought I'd show you guys just how desperate I can get. It's green and it's warm and it's furry. I got this at Great America recently. I went to Great America on my birthday a couple days ago, and man, it was cold. I dressed in layers, but my head was not warm. And this crazy thing was in one of their fun shops. I think it was a wizard shop. It was $3. I couldn't pass it by. I put this thing on my head. I felt like I had a heating blanket on my head all day, and it was cold out there. So I think it's kind of cute. It's also kind of goofy, but I don't care. It's warm. But I guess if I had to pick a fall essential, I'm going to go with sweaters or sweatshirts with thumb holes, of which I don't have one to show you. So I actually need to go and hunt out my fall essential. I used to have a few of them. I don't anymore. They're so comfy, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, just picture a sweatshirt like this with the long sleeves, only there's a hole right here, and then your thumb fits through it. And it literally looks exactly like this one, only there's a thumb hole here. So the extra long sleeve stays put, and it's so comfy. I love it. I love it. But I don't have one anymore, so I need to go and get one, because I definitely would call that my fall essential. All right, day 19 is favorite jacket. Now, you would think I would have a whole ton of jackets because of how cold I get, but I don't. I don't, because my size kind of jumps around a lot, and the last thing I end up supplementing is my jackets, I guess. You know, the clothes and whatnot is a little bit higher on the importance list. But the jackets I do currently have are either too small or too big. And, you know, I end up wearing the two big ones without a problem because I wear layers anyways, so the extra room helps. But I think my favorite jacket is technically has nothing to do with the fall season. It would probably be one of my Harley leather jackets, one of my riding jackets. It's really comfortable, and I think it looks awesome. So I'm going to show you that. Here you go. Day 20. Spiders and decorating. Yes, no, cool, not cool. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. I don't mind them on other people's decorations. They don't really bother me. But I don't know. It's not... Spiders isn't really the first thing I think of or grab for when I decorate for Halloween or fall. Now, like I said, I haven't been decorating as often in the last, or as much the last couple of years. But when I used to go all out, I don't know. I grabbed for like the pumpkins and the ghosts and the bats first. I think those are my decoration preferences when it came to Halloween and whatnot. So not really the spiders, but I'm sure my husband does not mind me not decorating with spiders. He is not a spider person. Donnie is very, I would call it spiderphobic. Spiderphobic. It's a new word. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I think my best description of how bad he is, when he sees a spider, he has to kill it. And if he has to kill a spider, chances are he's searching the rest of the house or wherever he is to make sure that there isn't another one so that he can sleep that night, even if it's the tiniest little bitty guy. And when he kills those spiders, you ready for this? You sit down? When he kills those spiders, he uses an extra long Bic lighter, like one of the ones you'd light a jar candle with, and a can of hairspray. I'll let you think about that for a second. That's right. That's what I said. He creates a little miniature spider torch. What can I tell you? But yeah, if I decorated with spiders, I don't think my husband would appreciate it. All right. Day 21. We're getting closer. Do you like scary movies? No. Absolutely not. I'm a wuss, and I have no problems admitting that. I cannot deal with Halloween movies, ghost movies, slasher movies, psychological thrillers. No, I don't do well with it. I think the closest thing I got to watching one of those was quite a long time ago. You'd be able to tell just by when this movie was made. And that was the Blair Witch Project. I did see that in the theater. It made me sick as a dog because of the way it was filmed. Just nauseous from the camera style, but that's another story. It's another discussion for another day. But yeah, that's probably the closest I've gotten to like scary-ish movies, and that was more like a psychological thriller, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't do well with them. I think a long time ago, I watched a movie called Event Horizon. Now, if you like psychological thrillers and you like sci-fi, this is the movie for you. It's really well done, and it's an awesome mix of both of those things put together. But I couldn't sleep for a week. So, yeah, not for me. Not for me, but if you like scary movies, go Netflix this thing. You'll like it. All right. I think I'm going to do tomorrow's also while I'm here. And I didn't write that one down, so I'm going to look at my handy dandy little phone here, and it looks like VlogTober Day 22 is show us the weather where you live. Is it still warm? Getting cold? Thawing for the spring? I wish it was thawing for the spring. It's getting cold. It's getting cold, and it's getting dark. And right now, it is 6:30, and it is dark outside. Well, it's not pitch dark, but dark enough where if I brought my camera out there, you wouldn't see anything. And it's not interesting. So I'm not going to show it to you. Because everything's dying. Everything's dying. The grass is not green anymore. My rose bushes are not blooming anymore. The sky looks cold, if that's even possible. Everything looks cold to me. So yeah, it's getting cold. Not quite as bad as what it'll be probably in about a month and a half. But it's cold enough for Fee not to be happy. So yes, I'm rambling now. But yes, day 22. It is getting cold where I live. It sucks, but c'est la vie. All right. All right. This is a lot longer than what I was hoping it was going to be, but I ramble and I like to chat, and hopefully you like listening to me. You haven't had one of these in a while anyways, right? So there you go. All right, so that was day 12 through day 22, all in one vlog clump. And hopefully I won't fall too far behind with a lot of the show and tells that are coming up. I will try and get the rest of VlogTober done. I'm not going to say on time, but not a week late like this. Talk to you guys later. Bye.